All right, welcome back. It's time for the Weekend Rundown, helping you plan for the weekend ahead. And joining us to help sort through some of the events you shouldn't miss this weekend is Danny from the Luke and Howell Morning Show on WLLR. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Devin, and I see Andrew is with you.
Oh, yeah, we
Yep.
had to bring the weatherman in. Want to make
Well,
sure.
you guys were just talking about those little bugs that are out there,
Yeah.
and I call them little piranha. I literally got into my truck from walking from the grocery store door to my truck, and I'm not kidding you, there were like 30 of them. Like they were all over me. Like
Oh,
they were
Yeah,
eating me down to my skeleton.
yeah. Those little boogers are all over, I heard.
oh, they
They're
are.
awful. So take your vanilla with you everywhere you go. Put it all over you, slather you.
Yeah, and you can actually research a little bit more about those things, I know, on our website, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something that Andrew put up there. So, all right, well, let's get started with the Pumpkin Dash on Credit Island. Yeah, that's taking place this weekend on Sunday in Davenport there, Credit Island. There's going to be an 8K, 4K, 1/4 mile children's costume race and a half-mile children's race. Now, you must register, and that's until tomorrow night. Now, there's different price ranges based on the mile that you run, but there's also going to be medals and goodie bags for finishers. For the 8K prize money for first, and there will also be second, third place. They're going to have those funds, and this is all put on by the Corn Belt Running Club, and you can find the link to register on their Facebook page. Again, that's the Corn Belt Running Club. And I think one part of this, I love the name, of course, Pumpkin Dash. When you think of that, you really just think of something so creative and festive, and maybe you'll see some actual, people running with pumpkins or something out there as well at some point.
There probably will be. Is there anything cuter than 50 miniature Spider-Men running down the street?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, my
No.
goodness.
We would love to see that. And you bring up a good point. The costumes.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts about it. Yeah. What are you going to be for Halloween?
So I'm actually going to be a Pokemon character this year.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going to be the evil queen.
Oh,
You ever heard of that before?
the evil queen.
It's an inside joke because one time we had a coffee segment and they gave me the coffee that said evil queen. For what reason? I don't know.
Somebody was trying to say something there. Subtly.
So that's okay. We will eventually get them back, What are you going to be, Danny?
You know what? I love Halloween. Don't get me wrong. My oldest daughter born on Halloween, so love it. But I won't dress up for Halloween this year. But my 1-year-old grandson is going to be Elmo.
Oh, that takes me back to childhood.
I know it's so cute. He's got like the Elmo eyes are up here, and you can see his. Oh my gosh! I cannot wait for the pictures.
I love it. That's awesome. It just
That's
takes
so
it.
cute.
Well, speaking of Halloween, let's talk about Oktoberfest, Rock Island.
Yeah, this is something we're actually going to preview later this morning coming up on GMQC at 11. It is our Weather on the Road destination today. This is going to be taking place on Saturday. Doors opening at 12 o'clock, and this is going to be, of course, at the German-American Heritage Center and Museum and the Hallberg Estate. This is their 4th annual Oktoberfest, by the way. If you're going, the admission is free from noon to 4, but after 4, it's $10 in advance, $15 at the door. 12 and under are still free. They're going to have music. They're also, of course, going to have plenty of food, plenty of adult beverage choices. So check it out. Yeah, we're going to be there for the Weather on the Road later this morning, and looks like there's going to be a lot of good food, good music, and just good old times there in Rock Island to start this weekend.
Yeah, and speaking of food, Danny, you're also talking some breakfast.
Oh my gosh, there is nothing better than breakfast. Although I think it's always better when served by fire people. It's just my opinion. But yeah, you can head up to Preston, Iowa, on Saturday or excuse me, on Sunday, and you can enjoy their pancake, omelet, and sausage breakfast. It'll happen from 7 until noon, and they'll be right there at the fire station, of course, raising money for all the great things that they're doing to support the community. And of course, that you got to have a well-equipped fire department in order to make sure everybody in the community is safe. And so that's what they'll be doing. And of course, shaking hands and getting to know you and having conversations. So that's what I love about small town fire department pancake breakfasts.
And then there's also even more there when it comes to that area's fall vendor fair.
That's right. The fire department, the fire guys work so hard. The firemen work so hard, but the auxiliary is putting in their sweat equity too, helping them out because they will hold their fall vendor fair at the same time. So Sunday, 7 to noon, and they'll just be an alleyway away. You can't miss them. They'll have Brent's Firehouse coffee trailer out there. So they'll get you some pep before you get over to the vendor fair. But come on, you're going to find so many great things. I mean, I can't guarantee that you're going to find a $200,000 painting, but I can guarantee you're going to find some super awesome stuff. And of course, we're only how many days away from Christmas? If you need to fill out your list, you might want to check it out.
Oh yes, that's going to be a blast. That's going to be hard to get back to work on Monday if you're going to that, right? That's a lot
That's
of
right.
goodies.
Yeah, and if you're going to the, Oktoberfest stuff, beer and a polka, come on.
Yeah, and
That's the best.
all the weather changes that we have going on, it just seems so fitting. But hopefully, maybe those events will kind of get us in the right direction. Speaking of fall.
Absolutely. Well, and a pancake or two, that always helps.
Oh, yes, it's the spot.
Yes, nice and warm. All right. Well, we want to thank you so much, Danny, for joining us on GMQC, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, gentlemen.
You too.